Welcome back to an episode. We are again standing in front of a door to the priestess quarters, and there's also something very nice that waits for us. It's a huge. There you go. It's Polma. We can actually talk to Polma. It seems very cool. You know what? We're going to save, and we're going to talk to Polma directly. And with a wee bit of luck,
The gods are watching me.
we are...
You don't have permission to be here. You're about to be ejected.
No, I'm not. Try to convince them you belong here, yes. Humble apologies, I shall remove... Nope, I'm not. We definitely belong here. For maybe not the reason that they think, but others. I have... not the bestest of perceptions. So just what do we have here? 1d20 minus 1, all of them. Good. Which one is the best? It's me, your old friend. Nope. You wouldn't shut the door on a friend, would you? This is my place now. If you don't leave now, you won't leave at all. Intimidation? Sweet. Persuasion. Just a quick look around won't hurt anyone. You won't even know I was here. Actually, they definitely know because we're nicking each and every single item. But let's just try our... Well, we're trying our best. The best was not good enough, but close. Not going to reroll here. Let's just suck it up.
Your already flimsy welcome, and now you will leave.
Oh, am I? Bodyguard of the High Priestess. She doesn't attack me though, which is kind of interesting. Okay, wait a minute. What would happen if we get a bit closer?
The rules have not changed in your absence.
Ooh.
You're still trespassing.
Well, I'm here, aren't I? You wouldn't have let me in if I didn't belong, would you? Oh, crap. I'm here for a routine inspection. I'm sure your superiors will be very interested to know that you tried to deny me entry. Okay, been sent to join the patrol. Nah. I'm here now. Right. It's still the same difficulty. It's still not as good. And I think now the combat starts.
Stage your already flimsy welcome.
That's actually very interesting. So the only way in would be to attack her directly or something. The other way would be to go around, but you cannot get into these quarters here without Polma pulling the rock on you. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay. So what if I would just open up this door? What would happen there? Nothing. Okay. Scroll of Mirth's arrow. Ooh. And a second box with nothing in it. Perfect. Hey.
Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal.
What is going on? Okay. Oral history of Faerun, Gith, and Mind Flayers, and the Two Impossible Adventures of Tenebril Muraro, Volume 2. I think I got most of that. I really have to... Whoa. I have to take my sweetest time to read a lot.
Can't risk being in open view.
Yes. What the...
What's in here?
Yeah, what's in there? Nothing.
Should mind my step.
Please don't be any traps. Alright. Scroll of hold person. Yes. Basic poison. Also, very nice item. Basic poison. There you go. Hiding fail. Seems to fail all the time. Well, the hiding fails, but me taking the... Whose chains are those? Maybe we can lower something. That cage, probably. What else we got? Bars? Nothing in here. So there's another amount of chains.
I wonder who or what those chains are for. I wonder who or what those chains are for.
Interesting. There's something very large was changed in here. Chained in here. Or maybe just multiple smaller creatures. So, let's just read a few more of those books. There are a lot of those. The nice thing is that we can finally interact with the whole bookshelf at once. Which is nice. Alright, so, let's save. Good. Now, time to read up then, is it? Wait, we're gonna do this in the own inventory over here. Wait a minute. Was this the... That's... Yeah, this is where the keys are. There's like Zevlor's key. There's like Torturous key. And we got the cage key. And that key. And so Raxlin's key. A lot of keys. Starts to weigh heavy on me. So I think it was this way. Then we have Hold Person. And that one. Oral History of Faroon. I think I read this one before though. Chapter 4, Palidor the Swift. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions of the oral history of several storytellers throughout the realm. 700 years ago, years of age, wood elf storyteller hailing from the wood of sharp teeth. It took me several 10 days of quiet habitation in the wood before the venerable Palidor felt comfortable revealing his presence to me. The longer I stayed, demonstrating I was no threat to his health and peace, the more open he was to gentle inquiry. This tale, relayed to me on a chilly morning, was, as we stoked a small fire between us, was like none I had heard before or since. I asked if it were fiction, and he insisted emphatically it was a true as his own right eye. Emphatically, not empathetically. Whatever. Long ago, before my eyes and ears, before your lonesome quill, dear scribe, there was an empire of people, or perhaps only belief. An empire of brain-eaters, soul-wasters. They call themselves Lithids, the Flayers of minds. The children of Gith were bowed, bent in service to the Flayers, a passionate people made to serve a cold belief. The Flayers were untouchable, their minds a great oppressor. No proud will or passion could break Gith's children free. Until at last a reckoning, its source unknown, its power unproven, but its events history-making. The coward would not be cracked, Gith's children fought back violently. Their freedom, theirs, the Flayers bent and broken till today. Right. And now they have a good comeback now, it seems. So the Onyx thing can go back into the camp, because this is where all the treasure goes. True Impossible Moreau, yeah, Tenebrous Moreau at least. The name, right, I've heard so many times, but I don't know if there are multiple chapters of this book, right? And thus, in the light of the fables near setting sun. Yeah, okay, yep. Something, setting sun. With the Elegant, it has been some centuries since. I hope she has succeeded by now. Succeeded at what? And after it was without our smith, the only sound was the solitary ring of her hammer as she endeavored to forge a blade that would sing for the Eladrin more sweetly than she. Nope. I've read that one before. Pleasurable deal, the shocking truth. Below is a transcript of an interview with the writer and director of A Pleasurable Deal, Mr. Kingsley Harb. Interviewer: what was the inspiration behind this, if I may be so bold, entirely lewd piece of drama? Harb: it's about exploring the taboo, seeing who we as people really are. Yes, Robert makes a deal with a Cambion, but who wouldn't? Interview: well, I like to think most people wouldn't. Then you don't know most people. Everyone wants something, everyone needs something. Cambions can see it. In a way, they know us better than we know ourselves. But at the end of the play, Robert dies horribly. What does that say about what we, as you put it, need? You forget, Robert dies because he broke away from Carlisle. He didn't stay true to the deal they made. So you're encouraging people to make a pact with Hell's offspring, to give up as Robert did his soul. We only have one life. Why not make the most of it? So, what was your deal? I beg your pardon. In fact, this was your directorial debut, wasn't it? You couldn't even get published in the tabloid Baldur's Bash before this play came out. Did you honestly trade your soul for an erotic play? Alright, we're done here. Right. Interesting. Soul coins, treaties. Academic disclosure. This research was funded independently and conducted at a site in Avernus, the first plane of the Nine Hells. Candlekeep does not encourage or promote the entrapment of mortal souls. Soul coins, as a concept, are one of merciless simplicity. The sum of personal and magical essence, the soul, is bound into a minted piece of infernal iron and used as currency by devils in their cohort. They are frequently traded for their value, can purchase mercenaries, magical items, and even fuel the strange engines in the hells. However, there is a fascinating culture surrounding soul coins as well. I spoke to a devil who admitted she has one coin that she will never sell, for it was the bargain that got her promoted out of Lemuel statues. She connected me to a half-elf warlock who had promised his soul to a coin after death. I was able to look at his contract, which is reproduced below. The next 5 pages appear to be painstakingly written legal document in Infernal, with a headache-inducing number of footnotes. So, an open letter on Opression and Peacocks. Written in a furious, sloping hand. This is a letter to the editor of Baldur's Bash, a tabloid notorious for its controversial articles. Dear editor, I find it despicable, nay diabolical, that you would defend Baldur's Gate's ridiculous restrictions regarding animals in the city. No animal larger than a peacock may gain entry. How archaic. My darling Giselle is the most well-behaved bear you will ever meet, and yet, to spend time with my child, I must visit my summer home in Cormier. I call upon the Parliament of Bears to resolve this issue immediately. The emotional and psychological well-being of the people of Baldur's Gate is at stake, and I shall take this to the highest of authorities should I not be dealt with accordingly. Right now, Giselle cries out for her father. This archaic policy has separated a child from their parent. I don't know how Grand Duke Alder Ravengard lives with themselves. Yours faithfully, Mr. R. Pickens. Missive, Candlekeep. Again, I've read this one 1,000 times, I think. There really needs to be some indicator telling you that if you've read a document or not. Like, I cannot, and I will not, remember all of those names. A select collection of the most notable letters sent from Candlekeep. Many are dry reports of celestial movements or incomprehensible details of arcane rituals. However, this letter catches your eye. To the sage Elminster. Over the past year, I've delivered many of your letters to Master Gorion, so I wanted to be the one to deliver this sad news. Alas, he is with us no more. Gorion and his ward left Candlekeep soon after your last letter to him arrived. They departed in the middle of the night, but were waylaid shortly after on the road to Beregost. The Gate Warden tells me that Gorion saw to it that several of his attackers joined him in the next world before he was struck down, which is basically the opening of Baldur's Gate 1. I hope this brings you the same grim comfort it brings me. Of his ward, and there was no sign. In some better news, I received your letter to the library and was able to find much of the material you requested. It has been carefully secured and will travel with this letter. Yours in honor, Tristan P. Shale, librarian at Candlekeep. P.S. I hope you'll forgive my curiosity, but might I ask why do you need so much information about Balspawn? What exactly are you working on? Good question. It's a very, very nice story about the Balspawns, actually. And to be honest, I only played Baldur's Gate for like the first act or something. I was always too stupid to actually finish it. So, the illustrated adventures of Balduran. This book is a pack full of tales of adventure. The monsters are ferocious, the men are muscled, and the women are buxom, and the clothing is easily torn. Something is left in twain on every other page, although you do find a passage that's a little less bloody. The woman's eyes were dusky, filled with mystery and promise. Balduran was intrigued. Anything? He asked. Anything, she said. Just name it, and it can be yours. And what do you want in return? Oh, just a small thing, she smiled. Balduran laughed. Nothing about him was small. I want your soul, Balduran, she said. Give me your spirit, and whatever you desire shall be yours. Balduran considered this for a moment. Very well, I want a turnip. She hesitated. Your soul in exchange for a turnip. A nice turnip, nodded Balduran. Very well. Dark smoke swirled around the woman, whose skin was turning red. Then you shall... The next couple of pages have been torn out. When the story resumes, the woman, now fully revealed as a devil, is kneeling at Balduran's feet. Curse you, Balduran, I am bound to you, yours to call upon when you need me, and your soul is your own once more. Let that be a lesson to you, laughed Balduran. Never underestimate the power of a turnip. Well, that's great, but I still don't know how the event changed. It's one of those... What did I say? Something something Tenebrew Moreau, Volume 2, Volume 3. Yeah, wait a minute. I think I should not skip just on that. The true and impossible already. And thus the night of favorite forest. It seems that the river itself conspired to change course, bringing the new bride into the shadow of the trees, that I might see those dancing figures up close. The form of the Eldarin, with which I am now intimately familiar, is that of elves seen in a fever dream, slender as wands and with hair of every changeable hue. Their moods mirror that fabledness from which they spring. One moment gentle as a still pond, the next inexorable and deadly as a falling mountain. Have you ever seen a mountain fall? Nope. The latter I experienced only after spending many agreeable hours, or perhaps seasons, among them. A halfling woman employed among my crew as a smith dared to raise her voice in a song above that of our hosts. The depth of the insult became clear as the forest fell into silence, and it was only quick thinking on my part that delivered a compromise. Yeah, and then there was all about like the making of the rings and whatnot. So, the next one. Much is made of Barovia's gloomy climate. It is said that the mists there confuse the mind and torment the soul, binding travelers in a grip of such despair that escape is impossible to contemplate. As the new bride parted that heavy fog, I confess that I felt no such malaise beyond the onset of a rather stuffy nose. The same, I fear, could not be said of my crew. Among those who had not already cast themselves overboard, the gibbering and weeping became such that I was forced to bind them to the mast entirely and navigate my fair bride alone. I went in search of that plain stark master, having been informed that even my ship could not hope to breach the planar boundaries without permission, and so I probed the mists, defiant at the helm and belting out a lively shanty of my own composition. The invitation did not long go unanswered. He appeared like the passing of a shadow overhead. sudden and terrifying, or certainly that was his intention. But once the mutual assurance of destruction were dispensed with, we found in one another kindred spirit, and fell to conversing in earnest. At length, a price for my passage was agreed. Of that price and that man, I will say only this: he is surprisingly excellent company. Given the stories and the teeth do not get in the way nearly so much as one could drink. Oh, a vampire thing. Very interesting. Disorders of the nerves and mind. Treatise. There came to me a woman whom I shall henceforth call... Oh, I think I got this one. I tended to be at the couple farmhouse. Is a coming at the table. Unknown book. Yada. The deaths they bring shall awaken the father, and through them he will rise. Ba 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 ba. Foresaw his coming death. Yada. He had no memory of the book, nor the dark diagnosis. Unspecific neurological enthrallment. Herbal tinctures, and so on and so forth. Okay. So some kind of possession thing. Good. So, and all of this goes to Carla. There you go. So, now, big question. How am I going to get all of those items in here if I cannot get around Polma?
Can't slow down.
You've set foot in a restricted area. A swift exit may be in order.
I don't need any attention right now.
Can't get there. What do you mean can't get there? Can get there.
Don't waste a step.
Hiding
Caught trespassing.
Ooh. Well, that happened. I mean, another way would be to use like turn-based mode and just walk around her all the time. Temporary hostile. What do you mean temporary hostile? If you knock out this entity or flee from combat, it may harbor some resentment towards you, but will not retain hostile. That's the thing. I mean, she just guards the area, right? Other way would be to just bribe her. Well, let's just go with an acid aura right beyond her. Why did I used acid aura? Received condition acid, was hit, failed to sever. I mean, I did the arrow thingy, but I don't know why I didn't get the hit properly in. No, that was weird. So let's see. Let's get Karlach in there. Oh, everybody's now in combat. Perfect. So let's see. I could go like that way. Actually, that's not really necessary. Karlach is going in. Yes. Oh no, she's on the acid. Oh no. Oh no, she's. Really? I attacked it. It bled a little bit, and the bleeding actually gets rid of the acid because now the bleeding is the thing on the floor. Well, so you have to apply acid continuously, or what? Or what do you have to do? Anyway, Astarion is still somewhat happy, and I can try to do a sneak attack against this creature because now there's someone else around, and maybe another bonus attack with a critical hit or like critical miss. There you go, 40. So Astarion's turn is now over.
Where do I go from here?
My turn is also pretty much over. Her turn is also pretty much over. Oh goodness. I could use the bear thingy, but this one would only get... Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do anything else. Yeah, have to end her turn. Now what about Lizelle? The thing is, I... Oh, yes, I have to do this one. I have to get into range, and I don't know. Not enough space. What do you mean, not enough space? The thing is, I don't know how close I have to jump. Let's try this. Let's hope it works. Alright, I should be in range. Yes. So let's just try a disarming strike against it. With a little bit of luck. Well, so much so for the luck. I really want to know the rolls on this one. I really want, like, why? It just says I used disarming strike and I missed. There's the missing thing. So attack roll 6 plus 1 plus 2 whatever is 13. Armor class. Well, this is because of the acid thingy. With the acid being there. Oh, wait a minute. Why are they bleeding though? Could it be that a bleeding enemy is actually something bad and you should use blunt weapons instead? Think about it. If you hit an enemy and they do not bleed, that means the floor does not change. Therefore, if it is acid, it will be more beneficial to you. Anyway, I still need to do a long rest thing or whatever, so let's just get this evasion thingy in. Don't know how much damage she will do, but let's just hope for the best. Why did evasive footwork all of a sudden stop working? That was kind of weird. Lizelle lost condition. Enemies have disadvantage on melee attacks against the affected entity.
I am fury.
And then Polma used the slam and it mostly... Like why did I lose the condition evasive footwork before the attack and not after? That's kind of weird. Evade attacks. Enemies receive disadvantage on melee attacks against you for 1 turn. But somehow I lost the effect. It was weird. Something is definitely wrong about the turn counter. I think the last enemy is... I think the turn ends before the last enemy. It's kind of weird. Or maybe the... I don't know why, but something is wrong about the turning thing. Like 1 turn... usually means this character starts it, right? And then it continues, bam, and then when your character is active the second time, this 1 turn is then over. Anyway, let's try this again. Well, that happens. Awesome damage. We got ourselves camp supplies. Love it. Thank you, Polma. And there is also supposed to be a there's a huge weapon around here. Oh, ooh. So let's just loot and loot and loot, because loot is good. Let's just get everybody down there. So, what else do we have?
If you insist.
Oh, animal carcass with nothing inside. Oh, yeah. Poor Polma. Maybe with the better charisma stats, you can actually...
That might be worth a look.
Worth a look for what? A pouch. Ooh, there's a ring. But our equipped one is much better. The delete ring encased in delicate whistly gold, yada yada. I think this is just there for you to sell. So what about the other one? Burning Hands. Burning Hands is again another magical thing. This is pick up an oh. Okay.
All's well that ends.
That's just my stuff there.
As bad as it could have.
Soldier?
Then there is this strange shrine. Okay. So we got all of the items from over here. That. Nothing in it, of course. Nothing. Nothing. Guess what? Nothing. I got this last. Alright. Yes, and a lot of other stuff. What are... Oh, Padlock key. A is for Zoof and other gods, number 9. Oh, a mirror. Weighs a wee bit much. So what do we have here? Animal carcass with nothing inside. A rotten fish. Which is a nice wear thingy. The padlock thing is for...
No time to rest.
Well.
Oh, Selunite journal. Interesting. A cabinet. That one is like worry things. Recipe of Elixir of Arcane Cultivation. Ooh. And of course, basic poison. I mean, basic poison can be used for weapons, right? And poison usually reduces, yeah, ability. So this would be a good coating on anyone's weapon, also her weapon. So let's just do this. So what about this recipe? Though the book is mild dude and covered with what seem to be imprints of animal guts, one recipe in particular is still legible. There's joy in helping others that I never knew. While I myself have never had any talent for manipulating the weave directly, I cannot get the look of wonder on Necro's face out of my head. That look he had when he imbued this potion. It fills my body with a soothing electricity I had thought impossible. A recipe for 1 elixir of arcane cultivation. Vitriol of weave moss, supplement of belladonna. Method. In small doses, add the supplement to the weave moss vitriol, being careful to mix thoroughly until both extracts are seamlessly combined. Shutter on a low fire or leave in the sun until the arcane energy becomes tangible. As always, when in doubt with alchemy, just recall the rule of 3. Thrice the small same ingredient forms an extract excellence. Right. Vitriol. I've heard this one before. Vitriol. Bah, wait a minute. Vitriol is actually a very specific name for something. I think it's solid sulfur or something like that. It's definitely some very strange compound. Might have been it, but whatever. Vitriols really do exist. So, those two are very things. Good stack of books. What do we have here? Amulet of Misty Step. Yeah, nice. Now this is a good one. There's just one question. Who is going to get this thing? Does anyone still need an amulet? Yes. Tarnished Charm. Makes it easier for the wearer to succeed death saving throws, which is nice. Guidance? Yes, absolutely. When the wearer has 50% hit points or less, they don't provoke opportunity attacks, which is a nice thing. But actually, opportunity attacks are never really a problem, because I am not getting out of enemy range. I usually stay in there for as long as they are alive, and then they are dead at one point. Whatever. Protection from evil and good. Wait a minute. This was a very specific thing. Ally against the attacks and powers of aberrations, celestial elements, fey, fiends, and undead. Yeah, that's the thing. The target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them, and when these creatures attack it, they do so with disadvantage. It's actually a very cool thing. Misty Step. Yeah, bonus action even. Surrounded by silver mist, you teleport to an unoccupied space you can see. Oh, yes. Absolutely. And we are going to... Was it this one? Nope. This one. I have to place that in here, just in case. Okay. Alright. We got some good stuff now. What about this dagger, though? Oh. Dagger +1. Haven't I found a really cool thingy? Speedy dagger? Was it this one? No. Or was it Assassin's Touch dagger? No. I think it was that one only. Yeah. Whatever. What do we have? A is for Azuf and other gods. Selune guides us through the night. She's the moon, the stars, her tears. Her sisters tries to douse her light, but she protects us from our fears. Shah will take your sorrows from you, but beware, her night is dark. She'll hide your pain and secrets too, and all your joy and all your spark. Sylvanas, god of all that's wild, of nature's danger and its charm, his glory's not to be defiled, or you yourself will come to harm. I just love those rhymes, they're amazing. So... what about this one? Most of the pages in this aged journal have been hastily torn out, perhaps for kindling. Thus, the interlocking circles will bring the full moons to match the stars, while casting darkness where it belongs at the bottom. That chasm to the Underdark will stay sealed. Wait a minute again, whether thus the interlocking circles will bring the full moons to match the stars, while casting darkness where it belongs at the bottom. The chasm to the Underdark will stay sealed. Okay, so no darkness at the bottom then. I confess the design is not foolproof to outsiders, but I had to sacrifice complexity for material resilience. I've always wondered why Selune took me from the Hall of Wonders to serve at this temple as a priestess. Perhaps this was the reason. Shoo, now we know more.
Let's go.
Now we know that somehow there's still a wardrobe. Every body gets a certified. Oh, yes. Wait a minute. Potion. Okay. This one has 3. This one has 2. I'm gonna get 1 potion out, and I have to look for potions again somehow. That's weird. Where did that potion go? There you go. So 25 potions on Lizelle, 11, 1 biggie, and 18. I think we're good. And then there was this not other item, right?
Never a dull moment. Have to keep going.
A skeleton with scroll of 8, 5 healing. Heal your allies and increase their hit point maximum by 5 points until long rest. This is an amazing scroll. I should actually learn that. I have to be careful to not accidentally mess that up. So, by the way, where am I? There was the spider thingy, there was this, and then open the door to find the night song. Alright. Phew, something is weird about that area. Or is it? Not enough space. Okay, wait a minute. Which direction am I looking at? This way. Oh, there's a skeleton. Okay. How do I get there, though? Okay, maybe someone with a little bit more strength has to jump there.
Handy.
Skavoof! And please don't. Ooh! Ooh! Absolutely. Pick up again. All of accuracy. Call your weapon to receive a +2 bonus to attack rolls with oiled weapons. Maybe I should do that sometimes. That one would be good to send to camp directly. It's one of those nice ones. And back we go. Path is interrupted. How do I get back? I can jump over here. Ah, that's what you're supposed to do. Alright. You're supposed to jump on that little piece of rock here.
Shouldn't wish to live in more interesting times.
And there is... What was that just now? Stone disc. Where? Ah, this one. Oh.
Best be on my way.
That's the riddle thingy. Uh-huh. You know what? Let's just keep this one to its own little episode. And we're going to figure that one out in the next one. Until then, like and subscribe it. Ta-ta!